So I talked about last week, I think how maybe I haven't yet, but they had talked about at Pitt to not wait at the beginning of your trainings anymore. So I'm just gonna like jump straight in right now. I do not have a lot of makeup on because on my personal page I did like a super quick, like 10-minute minimal makeup for like when you're trying to get out the door and you don't have time to do the whole face. And then I've been busy since then, so I haven't had time to do my whole face. So I don't have a ton on today. But hopefully I still look alright. Today I'm going to be covering compliance rules, which I know is kind of sucky. It's not a fun topic to talk about, but I think it's really important to know and to talk about. I think it's important to get to know the company that you're working for. You have to know, you have to know what's going on so that you can continue to be a part of the company. And continue to get all of the many things that this company has to offer you, which I think we all know is a lot. I mean, I think that's why you sign up as a distributor, is when you realize the potential this company has for you and for your family and everything that it has to offer you. That's why you jump in. That's why you're like, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to sign up as a distributor. And so you want to make sure that you know what you're doing so that you can continue to get all those amazing things from the company. So how do I say this? I know girls in the company who struggle with the fact that the company has compliance rules. And I am just going to say this. Every company has rules and compliance and things that they expect their employees to do, and SeneGence is no different from that. I mean, you have a business, so let's say you were hiring someone as an assistant or as an employee to come and work your business and represent you and your business and do some things because you were too busy. Like, your business has grown so fast and you need to hire someone to help you. Wouldn't you want to give them some rules and guidelines to make sure that they were representing you and your company the way you want them to? You know what I mean? Like, it only makes sense that if you were going to hire someone, you would want to make sure that they were going to be fair, that they were going to represent you and your business in the way that you felt was appropriate, and not just like throw them out and hope that they don't say something bad or have bad customer service or yell at a customer, that kind of thing. Like, you want to have some guidelines, like some ground rules for your employees, and SeneGence is no different than that. I mean, it only makes sense when you've got a business that you have rules for your employees to follow, things you expect them to do and expect them to not do. So it only makes sense. And SeneGence, with their rules, I think they work really hard. A giant purpose of their rules is to keep an even and fair playing field between all of us as distributors. Which I think is a really big reason why we're able to have the sisterhood in this company that we have. They set these rules, and it prevents us from feeling like we need to be competitive with each other and steal customers from each other and be nasty to each other. And that's a giant part of why I love this company, is the sisterhood is amazing. And the reason our sisterhood is amazing is because of these compliance rules. So I have no problem with these things because I love the sisterhood. I love my Sena sisters, and the I don't know, that feeling of love and support that you get in this company from your Sena sisters is an amazing thing, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. Like, it's a giant part of why I'm here in this company, why I love it so much. So I've never really struggled with that, but I know women that have, and I just wanted to say that blanket statement to everybody. I'm not even talking, I don't even know anyone specific on our team. I'm just talking about in the company. I know women who have struggled with that, and I just wanted to say that right out the gate, that these rules have created the sisterhood that we have in this company, and that is amazing. So I embrace these, and I love them for a lot of reasons. But I am not going to go over everything. I am only going to talk about 8 really big ones that I wanted to address with you guys. It won't take long, but I want to just let you know that on the back office, or even in your, well, I covered some of these in your new distributor packet and in your new distributor video that I posted, but also in the new distributor box that the company sent you, there's a pamphlet on the policies and procedures of the company. And I really, really, really encourage you to read that. Educate yourself, know what's going on in the company. Make sure you know what is up and what is down and what's okay and what's not okay. And if you ever have a question about something, you're not really sure if it's in compliance, if it's kind of like in a gray area and you're feeling a little weird about it, just message me. Just be like, hey girl, I was thinking about doing this. Do you think it's okay? Is this in compliance? And I will say yes or no, and I will let you know, because that's my job as your sponsor, to be there for you, to help you with these things, help you kind of navigate the gray areas and make sure that you are on the path to success. So I am always here if you have any questions, but definitely read over that policies and procedures that comes in your new distributor. But I'm just going to go over 8 rules, or just 8 things, 8 big things. Number 1, the 15% discount rule. This is tricky for a lot of people, but there are really, really, really good reasons that it's a thing. You cannot give more than 15% discount to your customers. And the reason for that is so that you and your business don't lose sales. It's not fair to offer more than that. Because if you've got a girl over here and she's just starting her business and she can't afford to be doing more than 100, 200 PV orders, so she's only getting, 20% discount on her products over here, and then you've got a girl over here who's been in the company for a year and she's got a giant customer base. She's putting in 750 PV orders every month, getting 50% off. She knows exactly, what's going on. Without that 15% discount, this girl over here who has her business established and has a lot to invest into her company can offer 30% discount to a customer. And this girl over here who is just starting can't afford to offer any discount at all. When you're only buying the product at 20% off, you can't afford to offer a discount. You need to sell the product at full price in order to get any money back, to not short yourself. So, and if these 2 girls know the same person and this girl wants to buy a collection, she's going to go to the girl who's offering 30% off, not the girl who has to sell it at full price because she can't afford to do any less. Does that make sense? So they set that 15% discount rule to protect you and your business when you are first starting out, to make sure that you aren't forced to invest into your company more than you're ready to invest into the company, if that makes sense. And also, like with the 15% off as a distributor, distributors start at the 20% off. So if you have a customer who approaches you and wants more than the 15% off that you can offer, don't feel pressured to offer them more. Just be like, you know what? That is great, and I totally understand. I can only offer you 15% discount as a distributor, but if you want to sign up for the wholesale discount, you can get 20% to 50% off on your product. So don't ever feel pressured to do that. Don't feel pressured to break the rule by your customers or by life. If they want more than that, tell them to sign up for the wholesale discount. I don't know. That's just my advice with that. It's a rule to protect you and your business, so you don't lose sales, you don't lose customers, and you don't have to invest more out the gate than what you can financially afford to invest. Number 2 that I wanted to talk about is you cannot sell on sites that have shopping carts. There are a couple of really big things with this. First, I just want to say you can have your own website. You can create your own website. You can make it everything that you want it to be. But that website cannot have a shopping cart or require your customers to check out with a Google Doc. If you want to have that feature, then you need to set up what's called a SeneSite, which is through the company. It costs $30 a month or $300 for the whole year. And it's just like a thing you can put on your Facebook page, you can put on your website, you can put anywhere you want it on your blog, and they would just click it and they would take them to your SeneSite, and they could just check out. It's got some really cool features now where it like helps to keep track of your inventory for your business and like all these really cool, amazing features. They are really like giving it a lot of upgrades and making it really user friendly. So if you're interested in having that feature, that's definitely the way to go. I have never worried too much about it because I like having that interaction with my customers and making sure that they're ordering what they need to order for the product to work. You know what I mean? Like if they get on and they're like, okay, well, I want to order some lead scents, and if they're a first-time customer and they just order the color and they don't order the gloss or the oops or anything with it, then they're going to be unsatisfied with the product, if that makes sense. So I like having that interaction, that customer service practice with my customers, and I like being able to teach them and educate them and making sure that they're doing things the way they need to so that the product will work for them and they'll be satisfied with it. I don't think it's something you really need to worry about when you're just starting out your business because you don't want to be investing loads out the gate. But down the road, if that's a feature that you want to have, then definitely set up a Sene site. It's worth the money. I mean, I've never really worried about it, but with all the new things that they're putting on it, like it really is kind of a cool, amazing thing. So if that's what you're interested in, then look into it or try to figure out a way in your budget that you can afford it now if that's something you want. But I wouldn't worry about it myself. It's just an option for you. Another really big part about not being able to sell on websites that have shopping carts, sorry, that means websites like Amazon and eBay and Etsy. You cannot sell your product on these sites. Like I wish I could just like tell you, you cannot sell your product on these sites. A couple weekends ago at Pitt, they had girls who were there and they received their new limited edition colors that they gave out at Pitt, and that night they put them on Amazon and eBay to try to sell them, and the next day they were pulled out of Pitt and their distributorship was canceled because they did that. They are seriously, no joke, cracking down on this right now for a lot of reasons. But it is not worth it to sell on one of these sites. It is not worth your distributorship and your business and everything that you are investing in to put your product on this site. Like, I wish I could just say that so loud and just like yell it at you. Like, this is not worth it. Do not do it. And if you have a customer who approaches you and they're like, hey, I was really wanting to buy, you know, a pink champagne from you, but I just got on Amazon and saw I can get a pink champagne off of Amazon for $12. Educate them. And let them know what's going on. Tell them first, if they buy the product off of Amazon or eBay or Etsy, if they buy the product anywhere but from a distributor, the 100% satisfaction guarantee does not apply to that product. So if they get it and they don't like it or there's a problem with it, they're on their own and they're out that money. So make sure they know about that. And then also, if they buy a product from someone off of Amazon, they don't know if the product has been tampered with or like if they have done something with it so that they could sell it at a super cheap price. And so there's no guarantee that it's going to work or that it's going to be okay. So I would just let them know, like if a customer approaches you, I just let them know, hey, it's not covered by the guarantee. You don't know if it's been tampered with and it's against compliance. And let them know that it's important to you, and just be like, you know, I really hope that you continue to support me and my family. Just like let them know that, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not talking about this right, but just educate them and then let them know that you hope they'll continue to support you. You can't make anyone do anything else. And along with that, I would say do not buy from other distributors. I think is probably the next thing. Do not buy from other distributors. You cannot buy discounted or retail product from another distributor. That is not okay. Do not do it. I have seen there are so many groups on Facebook with other ladies from other teams who get together and they sell each other the product, and it's not okay. Don't do it. And even if you are doing a trade and someone wants you to pay cash for like a difference in PV value, don't do that either. There should be no exchanging of cash monies between distributors at all, ever. So I'm just going to say that, and then I'm going to walk away. Number 4, you don't have show specials when you do events. When you do events, you don't want to do like any competitive pricing or have any deals at the events, because it's not fair. Having this rule is, again, where it's keeping it fair and having a fair playing field for everybody. And it also makes sure that you're not shorting yourself. When you go to do an event, there's fees, there's things you need to invest in to get your booth all set up. Johnny, can you try to be quiet, honey? Sorry, guys. Tom's at his own training for work, and I'm trying to do the training, and my kids are just here. So, when you're going to do an event, there's fees that you have to pay. There are things you have to invest in to get your booth all set up, and you don't want to be selling the product at even a 15% off, because then you'll be shorting yourself out of everything that you invested into being able to do that event. And you don't want to short yourself. You want to make money at events. And so not only is it to set a fair playing field between distributors so that it's no competitive pricing, like when you go to an event you're selling it at the retail price, but also to make sure that you're not losing money on that event. Number 5, I already talked about this one in the new distributor packet, and I've talked about it a couple of other places, but I'm just going to say it again just in case. You cannot have SeneGence or LipSense in your business name. You can have independent distributor of LipSense or independent distributor of SeneGence on like your business cards, or even on your like group somewhere on your business group, but it cannot be in your business name for a lot of reasons, but just know that. You can't have it there. Number 6 is distributor deals. This is not an actual compliance rule that you will find written down anywhere, but Joni and oh no, I can't remember her name. Oh, she's the dang best and I can't remember her name. Ugh, I can't remember. Joni and the other, like, oh, now I can't, I want to know her name and I can't remember it. I'll just say Joni. Joni has really addressed this very strongly and said to stop doing it. Don't do this. This isn't okay. Do not offer people deals to join your team. They had people who say, I'll give you a free collection if you come join my team, or I will pay your fee if you come join my team. Those kinds of things are not okay, because that makes it hard for girls who can't afford to do that, can't afford to kind of like bribe people to come into their teams. It makes it not fair. And again, like, all these rules are about fair playing field, you know? And so if, like, imagine you put in the time and effort to recruit a girl. You were putting your heart and soul into teaching her about this business and all the benefits of it. And then some other friend over here comes to her and says, hey, if you join my team, I will give you a free collection. And all of a sudden, you're out, that recruit. This kind of prevents people, or not kind of, but it prevents people from stealing recruits from each other, and really helps your business in that way. I let girls know if they've never tried LipSense before and they're interested in becoming a distributor, that I will send them a collection to try. And then if they sign up as a distributor, they can just replace that product back to me. So I do that. It's not like, I don't know if it's really an incentive because they have to replace it, but I think for girls who have never tried LipSense before and I'm trying to recruit them, it makes them feel like, okay, well, I can try the product first. Like, they don't just have to jump in like sight unseen kind of a thing. They can get to know the product and how to use it and make sure that they want to sell it before they just jump in on the team. But I've done that for a couple of you guys, and I just let you know, like, hey, on your first order, just let me know and replace that product for me or whatever, or whenever you can, kind of a thing. But also, you guys, with this, it's only $55 to join, and I'm pretty sure, Jonathan, quiet, please. I am pretty sure that that is the lowest fee I've ever heard to become a distributor of any company. Our company is amazing, and it will give you all the things. But you want recruits in your business who are going to be willing to invest in their business. I read this quote the other day, and it said, "The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately." I think Kylie may have posted it on our page, and it really reminded me of this. You aren't going to want girls on your team that are only going to join if you pay the distributor fee for them. The dream, everything that this company can offer you is free. But the hustle, the hard work that you have to put in to get to that place is all up to you. That is completely up to you and to the people on your team. So you aren't going to want someone who's not going to be willing to invest in their business and put the work into it that they need to. So that's my thing with that. Number 7 that I wanted to talk about, we're almost done, is ethical performance. This was talked a little bit about at Pit Stop, and it's a pretty easy thing. I mean, it's just saying be honest and fair and respectful in all of your, in your dealings and things that have to do with your business, because you are representing your business. You are representing your brand, but you're also representing the company and sometimes your fellow SeneSisters and their companies. So just try to be kind. I mean, there's always that, like, is it a stigma? Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. But there's always that idea that if one distributor is that way, all the distributors are that way. What is that called? I can't remember. So in a lot of ways, when you are acting certain ways in your dealings with your business, you're also really representing the company and your SeneSisters and all of us in a really big way, which I think it's just important to try to be kind, try to be honest, try to be a good person. Don't post super nasty stuff on anywhere, whether it's about the company or about other girls in the company. Try to keep the things you post very positive, because negativity spreads, and it spreads quickly. And there are going to be times in this business when you or other women are struggling. And if you get onto a Facebook group and you start posting negative stuff about the company or about someone in the company, if there's a girl who's like on the teeter, like she's right on the fence, she's on the edge because she's really struggling with something this week, and you post something negative and then she jumps ship because she's like, well, it's over, there's no reason to keep trying. That would be really sad, I guess is what I'm saying, for that negativity to spread and to ruin someone else's chance to really get the potential that's offered in this company. Saying that, I know that things get hard, and I know that things get frustrating. I have been there a lot of times. And sometimes you just need someone to listen and to vent to, and that's what I'm here for. If you are ever having, let it go. If you're ever having like a really hard time and you are struggling with something, come and talk to me. Jonathan, stop.
I am just helping.
You're not helping if you're trying to take the things she's playing with, honey. If you're having a hard time, come and talk to me. Message me, call me, text me, whatever. I'm always here for that. That's part of my job as your sponsor, to help you when things get hard. And I don't mind doing that at all. Okay, almost last one. Earnings. Don't post any statements about financial earnings for you or other people in the company. And there's a very simple reason for this. You can't guarantee to anyone what they will be making in this business. One of the great things about SeneGence is you can set up your business the way you want it to. You can invest what you want to. You can do it full-time. You can do it part-time. You can recruit or not recruit. You can do sales or not do sales and just recruit. You know what I mean? Like, you can set up your business the way you want to set it up, and you decide how you want it to be. But because of that, every business is going to be different. Every person's experience is going to be different. And what they get out of it is going to be different. Your business's growth is going to be different than my business's growth. Everybody is going to have their own personal, individual experience in this company. So you can't post and say, well, wow, I've been in this, I've been working this business for 8 months and now I'm getting $10,000 commission checks. Because then if there's a girl who sees that and joins your team and she recruits because she's expecting to get $10,000 commission checks, and her business grows a little bit slower than yours, and by the time she's been in 8 months, she's only getting $2,000 commission checks. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't promise anything. You can't guarantee anything to anyone, because all of it is different. Everybody's hustle, everybody's business is going to be different. Everyone's experience is going to be different. So you can't, I think that's, just don't post it because you can't promise it. And that's a big reason. So, the last thing is the non-compete stuff. SeneGence does not have a non-compete clause anywhere in their compliance and rules, policies and procedures stuff. You can work for all the skincare companies if you want until you sign a manager's contract. So when you reach Countess or you earn a car. But if you are a distributor for multiple companies, you cannot sell those products all together. So you have to have a separate page, separate groups, separate demos, separate parties, separate events. You cannot sell SeneGence next to somebody else's product. It just has to be separate. But if you're a part of another company, I don't know the compliance rules for all the other companies in the world. So if you're a part of another company, just check up on what their non-compete rules are and make sure that you're in compliance with that company, that you're still good with them, just so there aren't any problems with that and no surprises. But really, those are all the big ones that I was wanting to cover and address with you guys. Do you guys have any questions on anything? Definitely read the policies and procedures and just be honest and real and fair, and I think that you will be fine. I just wanted to talk about the big ones that sometimes get skipped over or forgotten sometimes. I have seen girls in my life who did things that they shouldn't have done because they didn't know that they shouldn't do it, if that makes sense. I had a girl who has been one of my really good friends since high school. We were really good friends together, and she was doing some things that were against compliance, and I did something wrong. So if you see someone who's doing something that's not okay, that's against compliance, just screenshot it and send it in an email to info@senegence.com. That's the compliance people, and they will take care of it. They are really kind and they are really understanding, and they first, I think, send a warning and let the person know that it needs to be taken care of and what the compliance rules are, or they'll lose their distributorship. And then if it's not taken care of, then they go from there. But it's not our job to police people. That's the company's job. I had tried to talk to my friend because I thought, oh, well, maybe she just doesn't know. And so I sent her a Facebook message and I was like, hey, I saw that you were doing this on your group, and I just wanted you to know that that's against compliance and I didn't want you to get in trouble. So I thought I would just let you know. And it backfired in my face so bad. She got so nasty with me, and I'm pretty sure our friendship is over. She was very mad at me for calling her out on that, and she was very sure that what she was doing was okay, and I knew that it wasn't okay because I had read the policies and procedures, And short of screenshotting and sending her a picture of the policies and procedures, she was not going to believe anything that I had to say about it. So just let the company handle it. And I know that it seems like it would be mean or maybe uncomfortable to screenshot and send it to the company. But when you have people that are breaking the compliance rules, when they're doing something wrong, whether they know that it's wrong or don't know that it's wrong, which I think is really a nice part of the company sending them a warning, like, hey, you need to take care of this, or, you know, action will be taken, kind of a thing. Because sometimes people don't know. Sometimes they're just not educated. And so the company gives them that chance to be educated. But when people do things against compliance, they are in a lot of ways cheapening our product. They are cheapening your business and the company as a whole. Whether they're selling on Amazon, whether they're selling to other distributors, whatever they are doing, it's cheapening your business. And it is not looking good for the rest of us. There are really good reasons that they have all these rules in place, and it's just really important that we know them so that we can continue to be a part of the company and get all the blessings that this company has to offer. Like, it's, I don't know, it's important, which is why I wanted to talk about these today, is just make sure that you guys, that our team is educated, that you know what's up and what's down, and you will be ready to take on this business and take on the world and be successful and get everything out of this that you can. And this is not like a don't do this, don't do that, you can't do this. Like, that's not what this is meant to be. This is just to educate you guys, to let you know, so that you can continue in this business and do all these things. And like I said in the beginning, it only makes sense for a business to have rules. So just, I don't know, be kind, be good, be generous, be amazing, be everything that I know that you can be, and you will be just fine. So anyway, I didn't see any questions, so I will talk to you guys later. I love you, and I don't know, I believe in you. Hustle on, girls. You got this. Bye.